Students, today we are going to do single phase fully controlled rectifier bridge. So here we have 4 rectifiers, dear students. 2 acts as simultaneous actions. So whenever the signal is positive signal, we have been considering sinusoidal. When there is a positive signal, 2 thyristors will act, that is T1 and T1 dash here, and another thyristor is T2 and T2 dash here. So there will be a simultaneous action like this for the continuous signal. So okay, I will draw neatly. Okay, see if this sinusoidal signal, this is positive pulse, okay, T1 and T1 dash, and here this is T1 and T1 dash, this one and this one will conduct, and this one and this one will conduct, T1 and T1 dash and T2 and T2 dash, dear students. Okay, now see here, coming to the kit, here also we have 4 thyristors. Okay, T1, T2, T3, T4. Okay, here the connections are given for the gate circuit, as we have seen in the half bridge rectifier. The circuits are being made connections, and now this is a load terminal, and we have given the supply. Okay, dear students, I am switching on the supply as we have. Okay, see, I have been switching on the supply again. Okay, and the output is here, came like this. Okay, now the same procedure of measuring the readings can be taken for the R load. So when the R load is connected, we have taken, so there is a serial number, and now here also we will keep 10 milliseconds, okay, for our consideration, so that what happens for 10 milliseconds, each and every point is a 2 milliseconds, dear students, and we can measure easily. So the firing angle here is first of all 0 degrees, and here the applied voltage is 24 volts AC, and the DC value you can also see the same, that is 24 volts DC. Sorry, okay, it has been reduced to 20.4. Sorry, my mistake. I will be erasing this. Okay, 20.4 volts, 20.4 volts. So now we are being applying the each and every time the firing pulse. Okay, see the firing pulse is being made on. So dear students, see here, first of all, one cycle for 2 seconds we have kept. Okay, we will be measuring here for the 2 seconds. Understood? That is for 36 degrees, right, dear students? So for 36 degrees also the applied voltage is 24, but here the mean voltage will be reduced to 18.4. Okay, 18.4 volts. First one is 20.4, and here it comes to 18.4 volts. You can see 1-2 seconds we have applied. Now similarly, if you see there, I am applying again firing pulse. It is being increased to 2. Okay, 4 now. Now for 4, okay, that is applied 4 t on seconds. Okay, so we will get here 72 degrees, and for 24 volts, how much the voltage is? 15.2 volts. Okay, again for the next one, okay, I am applying. Okay, I am applying here again for the 4 one. Okay, for the 4. Okay, see here, dear students, for 4 volt, that is 108 degrees. Okay, for 4. Okay, we got 24 volts again. Here we have 9.6 volts, dear students. You can see here 9.6 volts. And for next one I am applying here, dear students, you can see here it is reduced. So here we have got 24 volts, and we got 5.6 volts, dear students. And if you make entirely nearer to the 180 degrees, okay, total, okay, we got 0 degrees, right? So you can see here, dear students, the readings are like this. For 180 degrees we got 24 volts, and the applied voltage is 0 volts. Okay, from here we got this, and for theoretical calculations we need to measure the value, that is V0 is equals to root 2 Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha here, dear students. Here alpha is this firing angle, Vm is here 24 volts has to be taken, as we are measuring in the voltage. Okay, this is theoretical VDC. Okay, that is being calculating for the AC value. Okay, now dear students, now I am switching on this supply. Okay, I am again bringing back this seat to the original position. You can see here, original position I am bringing back. No firing pulse is applied. Now I am again switching off this. Okay, switching off this supply here, dear student, and I am replacing this to the RL load same way in the previous half load how we have done, the same way I have been applying here. So I have taken another one, sorry, okay, now see here dear students, now we are applying again this. So now we have been applying again the positive supply is being given. Okay, now you can see here for RL node also we got the same result, but here we have to get negative peak. That negative peak has been started at the initial stage. So we have to take the reading dear students. Here also again 0 volts for 24 volts, we got 24.4 volts. Okay, for RL load. Okay dear students, so I am applying for the 2 volts supply. See for the two you can see here that there is a negative spike, and also that is nothing but regarding the L load inductance which has an impact on the thyristors. And for the same voltage we got to see how much voltage, 18.8 volts or 18.8 volts. Okay dear students, and next one for 72 degrees how it will be, we are applying again for 72 degrees. You can see here the negative peak. For the 72 degrees we got again 24 volts and again 16.4 volts dear students. And next one is again we will be applying the voltage, and again we can see the reading here dear students for 3, okay, that is for 108 degrees of firing angle. Okay, we got 8.8 volts dear students. And for the next one that is for the total time period for totally for the at the end. Okay, so you can go for the 144 degrees of firing angle for 24 volts. We got how much dear students here, 2.4 volts. And for okay, and for last but not least for 180 degrees we will get 24 and 0 volts. That is nothing but you can see here it will be going to the minimum value of minus 400 millivolts. That is nothing but again we can consider 0. So that is it. Okay, I am bringing back this to the original position. Okay, and I am switching off this supply dear students, and I have been made all this off. So here also at this point also we have to calculate the V0 to the root 2 Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha for the fully controlled rectifier circuit. Okay, that's it regarding the experiment dear students. All the best. Thank you.